Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this project we're going to make a gorgeous wedding card that could be used for any amount of different kinds of weddings, just to give you an idea and a little bit of inspiration. And we're going to use lots of Anna Griffin goodies. So the first thing that you're going to need is your base card, and this is a white base card for no particular reason. Basically, it was just the card that I reached for, and it is sized at 5.5 inches. Could even be classed as 5 3/4 inches square. So that's how it sits on our cardometer, just below the 6 inches and above the 5 inches. And I know that sounds really odd, but it gives you perspective of what size that I'm using at home, so that you can think, oh, I can use that size, or oh, I don't like that size, I want to use something else. So the first thing we're going to do is use our bone folder to make sure we've got a nice sharp edge along one side, and then we're going to make the insert. Now I think this card is all about kind of adapting things and making things that we've got fit to use for what we want. And the first thing I've got is the base layer for the inside of our card. Now this is ivory, and I do think ivory and white go well together, and then you don't have to get hung up about getting the right shade or the right colour, but they just, you know, they can look so nice. So we'll pop in that first layer inside our card. Now the next thing I've got is, and this really will look odd, I've taken one of Anna's foil layers. It was a 7x5 inch frame, and I've actually cut it down. We're going to be using it for the front of the card. Now this is the waist. This is the section that I've cut away, and because we're quite economical with our card making, aren't we really? We don't like to throw anything away, and we all have big bit boxes. Now this would have normally gone in my bit box, but I thought, no, I'm going to use it because let's utilise some of the things that we've got. And I'm going to simply pop it in the centre of the card like that. The next thing is I've got a piece of dark red card stock. It's a metallic red, and it's from Anna's 7x5 inch metallic layers kit. And then I've taken one of the vellum stickers from Artfully Said, and I've put it on, and then I've die cut it just into a square so that it takes away the edge of the vellum. I've rubbed the vellum down onto the cardstock to take away not the transparency, but just to make sure that you get the colour of the card through the back. And I'm not worried that the sticker doesn't fit the actual piece of cardstock where it's showing the edges, for the simple reason that once I've put it on the base, it kind of tones in, it kind of follows through, and that was by accident. The pattern kind of all just works well together. You've still got enough room for your to and your from. Little message, not an essay because you want that on a separate sheet. But there's enough room there to write on, and it looks pretty, and it'll go with the front. The vellum sticker says, true love is forever. So that's a really nice sentiment for your cards. So now we've done the inside, we can just use the bone folder again on the edge to make sure we've still got that nice crease. And then we can start on the outside of the card. Now the outside is, we're going to be a little bit lavish because we're using a base layer from Anna's foil layers, like so. get it on the right way. And I've used the full layer, so I've been a little bit lavish with that. And then I've got a piece of matching red metallic cardstock, like we used for the inside, that I'm just adding over the rose layer, like that. Now this is where we're going to do something a little bit different. The foil layer that I've cut the section away from for the centre, I wanted it in, you know, to fit my card. So what I've done is I've cut it, I've taken the centre away, I've cut it to fit the card that I'm going to use. So I've got a piece of rough card here, just a piece of scrap. And before I put the actual frames onto my card, I need to put them together to fit, because I might not get them right if I just put them straight on the card. So I've taken the piece of scrap card, I added some double-sided tape, and now I can marry up both sides of the frame onto the scrap card, like that. And now I can add this to my card front, knowing that it's at the right, well, the right size really, to fit the layer. Don't worry about this because you're not going to see it. We're going to cover it up. Little bit, I won't say it's a little bit of a pet hate, but I just don't want to see this join. So what we're going to do is add a piece of metallic red cardstock through the centre that I've cut to fit the actual middle of the foil layer that we've trimmed, like that. And then I've got two of Anna's gold flourishes, and these are stickers available in gold and silver, or should I say gold or silver. And you simply peel the back away, and I'm putting one at one side of the card and one at the other, and that nicely goes over the little join that we had. Next, I've got two of Anna's pre-made rosettes. I've got double-sided tape on the back of them, and I'm going to add one at the top of the card and one at the bottom of the card, like that. There we go. These are the black and ivory ones with the writing on. Very pretty. Next, I've taken another one of the vellum stickers from the Artfully Said kit, and it says Our Love Story, and I've actually put it onto ivory cardstock with double-sided tape on the back of it, and then I'm going to mat it and layer it onto a piece of the matching metallic red card that we've been using for the other layers, like that. And I've got double-sided tape on the back. So now I can just add this through the centre of our card, like so. And then I can finish this off with a bow. So I'm just going to slightly move that because I want it nice and straight. There we go. And we can finish this off with a little bow, either top, bottom or sides. I'm going to go for bottom, I think, actually, on this occasion. I think just looks a little bit different at the bottom. And that finishes our card off perfectly. A very different and unique idea for a wedding card. If you've got a couple getting married and you're thinking, I really don't know what to make them, then this would be perfect. The inside is just as pretty. You've got your matching foil, your sentiment, and then the outside. It stands up nicely. Would go in a normal envelope, I think, because the only, you've only got the layer from the rosette and then the sentiment in the middle. I would add a little bit of padding or bubble wrap over the top of it, just to protect it. And it stands up nicely. It's just such a pretty card. Ideal for, a wedding that you've got coming up. I do hope this has given you an idea, just something a little bit different, how to use your products, something, for you to be able to get more out of them, turning those 7x5" frames into a 5" frame nearly, taking that middle section out and using it for your insert, using your vellum stickers. Don't be afraid to use them on something a little bit bigger if you've left with an edge, because the eye isn't drawn to that. The eye's drawn to the shape. It follows through. It's just something unique. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. Contact me on my blog, find me on Facebook, say hello, don't be frightened of getting in touch. I do get back to everybody. It takes me a couple of days or so because obviously work and different commitments and things, but I do love hearing from you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.